Hello, happy hump day, and thank you for tuning in to an all-new episode of Stop Faking It with me, your host, Emily Bracey. So this is how I kind of decided with the first Wednesdays of the month. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to have my handy-dandy assistant, Roger. I'm just kidding. My lovely husband, Roger. Roger and I will be recording these episodes a few days before they air, so we can bring up more like current stuff, because my typical guests, I record with them anywhere from like 2 months or a month or sometimes a week before, just depending on what happens with our schedules. So yeah, Roger and I have more boring lives, so we can keep this pretty consistent. Don't you say? And then, the rest of the month I will try to do like a theme. That's something I'm trying to do for the podcast. And January really threw me off, because apparently there were 5 Wednesdays in January this year, and I didn't realize that until like the Monday before the last. So anyway, February still not normal. Only 29 or 28 days this year, Roger? 29.
There are
right?
29
days this year. This is why we have Roger around. How are you, Roger?
I'm excellent.
He's trying to get our dog on the futon with him. Disclaimer for this episode.
Come on up.
I'm like on the last. Oh, you got the dog on the bed or the futon. Anyway, I'm on like my last day of a cold. I'm hoping I wake up better tomorrow. But yeah, that's why if I sound a little bit congested, which I know I do, that is why. Roger.
What?
Are you ready for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, kinda. It's whatever.
I know. It is nice to see other people beat Kansas City. Not trying to cause some drama already right when I start the show, but they've just won. Did you realize though they've won 4 out of their last 5 Super Bowls? Like in the past 5 years.
That sounds right.
4 Super Bowls in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
That's like really impressive. Like,
it is really impressive. They're a good team. I'll give them that. But
what did you say?
I said they're a good team. I'll give them that. They just
yeah
keep beating the Bills.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is the thing. If the Bills get to the Super Bowl, and not only get to the Super Bowl, but they win the Super Bowl, then we can no longer say, well, next year's our year.
I mean, it still could be.
It could be, but it doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, so what's up with you, Roger? Anything new?
No.
Yeah, so before this.
I didn't come prepared here.
Do I have anything prepped? And I said, no, absolutely not. No, actually, I said yes, preparation H.
Yeah, which was not helpful.
Never. How's Gasparilla?
It's always fun. Gasparilla is a treat.
It is. So for people who don't know what Gasparilla is, if you don't live in Florida, it's basically a pirate festival that happens in Tampa Bay once a year, the last weekend in January, and is a big parade down. It's the 3rd largest parade in the country. It's
been going since
1914.
1914.
That's actually older than. That's like the one thing I know that's older than my grandpa. It's the Gasparilla. But there's like a fake story behind it about pirates, and then like kind of some real stuff. But yeah, it's really fun. It's just like a pirate invasion every year. But I mean, I don't drink, but when I did back in the day, Gasparilla was always a drinking day.
Yeah, it's like
party.
The one day
I get to dress up like a pirate though. That's always so fun. I make my outfit almost every year.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
You have fun dressing up. I have fun getting drunk before noon.
I know, and then I get us home. I was talking to a few people, and they were saying both of them said how much they hate Gasparilla just because of getting home.
Getting home is bad.
But I said, I'm a fucking pro when it comes to leaving sporting events, music festivals.
I mean, that's what it's
I'm really
like.
good at it. But I think
sporting
also
events,
being sober.
Music festivals is all the same.
It's the anxiety and the sobriety that get us out of the situations, because I get so anxious about when we were going to Mexico, and I looked up the blueprint of the airports to see where we had to go and everything. It's because I want to be overly prepared, so I know the spots where to get Ubers. But yeah, no, Gasparilla was super fun. None of our friends got punched in the face this year, so that's what made last year really special.
Maybe next year.
There was a bet going for a minute, but Yeah, that didn't happen. Okay, so we're going to play a little game, kind of like we did last month, where we tried to say the word at the same time. And so it's kind of like hot or cold, but it's like 0 to 100. So Roger is going to... No, I'm going to do it first. Yeah. I'm going to think of something, right?
Okay.
And then you're going to guess whatever word is in my head.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say a number 0 to 100, 0 meaning like not even close at all. And 100 obviously will be when you get the word right. So do we get like a certain, like 3 tries, do you think?
3 tries? Like 3 guesses?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I guess we could limit it.
Huh?
I guess we could limit it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Sorry, I think my ears are a little plugged. I'm like, who's talking?
It would be me. That's Oscar.
Okay. Okay, I have the word.
Okay. Crystals.
25.
25? Okay. Then, how about sage?
15.
Ooh, not doing well. Last guess, huh? That's it?
Yeah.
So we get 3 guesses?
3. Unless yours is like really close, then we can go for a 4.
How about decorations?
85.
Wow. I think that's the closest that anyone's ever been.
No, I got one right for you when we did this earlier. We had a practice round and I fucking killed it.
Oh.
85.
And we're going again?
Yeah, you're going to guess again because you got such a high score.
Oh, okay. It might be a decoration. It's not a crystal. It's not sage at all. It could be, I don't know, a Christmas tree.
Baskets.
Baskets.
I use baskets as decoration.
Okay.
Okay. Did you think of a word for me?
Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I got a word.
Car.
No.
Oh. It's not yes or no.
That would be a terrible game.
21 questions, but we're just
car,
asking the answer.
I'm going to go with like 10.
Oh. Pizza.
That's it. It's 100.
Was it?
Yeah.
I told you I'm good at this.
I don't understand how. Like, I just, like, what rules of deduction did you
get
use?
Into this man's mind. We did this earlier because he was the one who brought up the game to me. And we did it. And in the 3rd try, I guessed it right. And he was confused. But wait, was it really pizza?
Yeah, it was pizza.
I'm telling you, I can read your, like, when will you not understand how intuitive I am?
I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't work all the time.
It only works when it doesn't like mean anything, you know? So, okay. I have 5 questions for you that I have had in my phone, and I need you to use your smart brain to give me the answers, Roger.
Are they, like, about me?
No. They're just,
about,
like, questions
science?
that, like, you know, if I'm just sitting there and I think of a question, I'm like, that's a question for Roger. And I type it on my phone.
Perfect.
All right, you ready?
Let's go.
Is it weird that I have a box of my baby teeth?
Yes. No, nothing further is needed. That's just weird.
Stem cell research.
What? Do they even have stem cells?
Probably, yeah.
What makes you think that?
I'm going to make you something. I'm going to make you a necklace or something.
I'd rather you don't.
I'm going to have Caleb make you a ring of my baby teeth. Your birthday's coming up.
No, it's not.
Okay, next question. Why can't my antidepressants and antipsychotics be in cotton candy form instead of pill form?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be so great?
I mean, I guess.
Like, I don't know. Pills are boring.
So you want cotton candy? They should well, I guess it wouldn't work for you, but they should mix them. Like they should have it in like alcohol. Like you take a shot in the morning.
Okay, I don't drink alcohol.
Oh, no, I said it wouldn't work for you.
Oh. My brain's a little foggy. Okay. What exactly is island cuisine?
It's what you eat on an island.
But like which island? Like is it like the I don't know. Like it was saying Dominican Republic, but I don't know if that's an island. I'm not a mapologist. Is it like a tropical island, or is it like pizza with meth on it, like Staten Island? Like, if you see a sign that says island cuisine,
right?
What can you expect to get?
I would expect tropical.
Well,
I don't think people typically like advertise meth.
Do you want to go to the island and then like you end up in Staten Island and then you're just sad?
Yeah, I don't think that's the one.
What do you think couples and cults talk about while they're laying in bed at night?
I don't know. It depends on which cult, I guess.
Yeah, like what if I don't know. I was just picturing like a couple like laying in bed and they're just talking. They're like, "Wow, it's really crazy that Noah is the second coming of Christ." Isn't that crazy? And it's like, "Oh yeah, we've known him a long time. We used to play basketball with the dude."
I definitely think like probably the leader. It's like, but then like they're regular people, right? Still.
That's what I'm saying. They just
know.
go on as regular people, but they're in this cult. So like, what do they talk about at night? They're probably not scrolling through memes unless they're cult memes.
You're probably not allowed.
Oh, yeah. The real world.
You got to stay in your own little...
But yeah, I was just thinking about that.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Think about it. I'll bring it up next month.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, last question. Who was the first person to make up dinosaur sounds, and why were those the sounds that they picked? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. An
like,
archaeologist,
what if they were like
I guess.
Patrick Star, like, eedle, 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 eedle. Like, what if they were like that?
What? Oh, okay. For some reason, I was thinking Jeffree Star. Like, why does he say that? I mean, he could, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't you watch, like, didn't Jurassic Park, didn't they, like, 3D print, like, a dinosaur esophagus and, like, play it like a flute?
What?
Do you not remember that
Jurassic Park isn't real. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Is that really what they did in Jurassic Park?
I mean, something like that.
But those were like real dinosaurs.
Right.
So like, why did they need a 3D print? They 3D printed it in the movie or for the movie?
Well, maybe both.
But like, I don't know. I just want to know, why did they go for the mean sounds? Like, why the angry? What if they chirped like birds? What if it was beautiful? What if they clucked like chickens?
They could have. They may have. We'll never know. Unless we bring them back.
And this is where Jurassic Park begins. Okay, yeah, no, those are my questions. I was just curious. I'm a little underwhelmed with your answers, but
I'm sorry.
This is marriage.
I didn't have time to prep.
I don't have really that too much to talk about, but do you want to talk about comedy a little bit?
Okay.
Because my 3 episodes for the rest of the month will all be interviewing comedians. I'm so excited. Yeah, so maybe this is just for fun, or maybe it's for my own personal gain. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I mean, it definitely is going to be fun. But yeah, over the past few months, I've been hitting up more and more open mic nights around Tampa. I'm hoping to start going to St. Pete soon, but it's a little far sometimes to drive that far at night. A little much. But yeah, it's just been a dream of mine for a while to do stand-up comedy, and I'm pretty proud of myself for getting into it, because it's not really easy, I feel like to get good at it, you have to fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how you learn. But I also feel like I have the benefit of not only fucking up, but like people talking shit on the internet for so long about me and my jokes.
That's your benefit?
I really think it is. I've been telling jokes on the internet since 2015, and I mean, behind a keyboard, people are going to be pretty brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I feel like I don't have that, like, I don't know, veil of, like, insecurity, really, when I'm on stage.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely good.
My lack of awareness for others.
That's what's
I knew it was going to come in handy one day.
All these years. You've just been searching for your little niche there.
There it is. Yeah, that's all it is. But, yeah, Roger and I, we watch comedy specials all the time. We recently watched the Pete Davidson one.
That was funny.
That was really funny. And it's funny because I tried, even with like Saturday Night Live, we try not to like watch like clips and stuff. At least I don't, that like pop up online because I want to be like genuinely surprised. But I was seeing comments about Pete Davidson's, and all the comments were, why does he talk about fucking his mom so much?
He just talk about fucking his mom way too much.
And I was like, oh, now I get the comments. I get it. But no, I thought it was really funny. I think it was also really good for him because I think obviously society puts a lot of pressure on women, but I feel like right now with like men in comedy, you got to find the right audience for your type of jokes. And I feel like with Instagram and like social media and TikTok, it's hard to get the fan base you want because, like, for example, everyone's homeboy Matt Rife, he got attention off of a lot of his crowd work.
Yeah.
And some of his jokes that weren't really his like big jokes. So this like audience that he was getting on the internet was not the one that he would typically have in one of his shows. Obviously that switched. But when he went to do his stand-up special, and honestly, we haven't seen it, so I know I sound like I'm talking out of my ass here, but I've seen enough clips of it on the internet.
Does he have one on like Netflix or something?
No, he does. Yeah, but see, I haven't even really wanted to watch it just because I've seen some of the stuff, and I was like, okay, but then again, maybe I'm, maybe I should watch it.
A little biased.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he also told a 6-year-old Santa wasn't real, so how can you have respect for a grown-ass man who could do that? But yeah, no, I think Pete did a really good job of being consistent in the industry and also just really fucking funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, well, I read it.
He knows how to like be edgy without controversial.
It's the self-deprecation.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And that's what comedy started out as. And that's like what I'm trying to kind of go back into. Because I feel like it is more me. Like if someone has a fucking conversation with me, by the end of it, they're like, she's in therapy, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's fine. But I feel like that's like a lot of comedy and a lot of good comedy. And
yeah,
he did that. He pulled stories from his life without, I guess taking down other people.
Yeah.
Not that he really did that too much in the past.
No, not really.
But
I mean, you gotta be able to laugh at yourself too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And that's where me bombing on the internet for so many years telling jokes.
Now you can bomb in real life. Just
now I can do it in real life, and I can stare people in the eyes and start crying. And they laugh at me. No, I want them to laugh at me. Never mind. No. Yeah. The Dave Chappelle stand-up was good too.
That was good too.
And he's such a good storyteller.
He is.
Where you almost forget he's doing stand-up.
He does that at every show. He starts telling stories, and you're like into the story, and then all of a sudden he hits you with a punchline, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot.
But then you laugh at the punchline, and then like you stop watching the show, and then like 3 hours later you're like, wow, that was fucking insightful.
Yeah.
And he really hit that one this time.
He did.
But yeah, I'm really excited to have these, not Pete Davidson and Dave Chappelle, but to have comedians on my podcast for the month of February. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm going to be asking them advice. I still have one left to record, so maybe I will pop something on my story if anyone else wants to ask questions. But like I said, this was just going to be a fast episode. I can't really breathe well. So, yeah, that's going to be for the first episode of February. Thank you for tuning in this week. Roger, do you have anything else to say?
I do not.
You do not? You ready to crack a beer and watch The Sopranos?
That'd be, if I could do that all day, every day.
Right. That's what he wants. All right. Tune in next week. Thank you. Bye.